Morning, fellas. Very well. How are you?
Oh, good. Big game this is for Manchester United, isn't it? Look, every game when you pull that red shirt on is a big game, but United are doing really, really well. He's turned it around. And this, again, it's another test. It's a big one. Ray will be there. Arsenal flying at the moment. Can United go down there, Lee, and win and beat them?
I think they'll be expecting to, yeah. I think the way they're playing, I think the way they played against City was phenomenal. I think they stifled City and didn't let City do what they do to everyone and dominate the game. And I know they had a lot of possession, but they didn't really create a lot of chances. And they've shown that they've beaten once already this season. I know Arsenal were probably the better team on the day, and United come away with the result. So Arsenal maybe wanted to put the record straight there. But the way United are playing at the moment, I think it makes for an unbelievable game.
What City got to play their part as well, haven't they, Lee? I mean, they're playing earlier against Wolves. They beat Wolves, then suddenly it's 2 points, and that might put a little bit more pressure. I know Arsenal, they've got a young squad and they're fearless at the moment. They're going out every single game and just playing football and enjoying it. But the problem is when you get closer to that final part of the season, that's when you need a bit of experience, people who've done it. And that's why Zinchenko and Jesus has been two great signings for Arsenal.
Fantastic signings. And I think you're absolutely right, Ralph. I think there is still a long way to go. Can they keep everybody fit? I think they need to keep those two fit in particular, and maybe a couple of others. I think Partey probably needs to stay fit as well. But it just ramps up from here on in. The games get more and more pressure on each time. You're checking points, you're checking teams around you. And like you say, if City win before, it puts a little bit more pressure on. If United go and beat Arsenal, there's even more pressure on. And I know Sir Alex used to talk about twitchy bum time, and when you've not been there and been in that situation and know how to handle it, it's a very tricky situation. There are 6, 7, 8 games of the season. And it's whether Arteta can keep the players calm and focused on the job in hand and not the sort of events going on around you as to whether they can win it or not. But they're certainly playing some great football, Arsenal, at the moment, and they're looking like title winners at the moment. But like I said, there's a long way to go.
I'm sure every United fan, Lee, when you was watching that game against Palace, when Casemiro goes into that tackle, you think, oh no, because he's obviously going to miss the game now at the Emirates. And look, I know they beat him at Old Trafford with no Casemiro, but he's been such an important player, hasn't he? And especially the way Arsenal play with Odegaard in little pockets, he would have been the one who's trying to stop that attack. Wide areas, Martinelli, Saka. So he's going to be a big loss. I don't know if Fred will step in. Who do you think will take his place?
Well, he's been a rock, hasn't he? I think the defensive strength this season has come mainly because of him sat in front, dictating things, stopping things, getting through to the back four, and he's also, when he does get the ball, he's happy to play 1 and 2 touch and look forward. So I think he's been a great signing. I think it probably will be Fred that will come in, a slightly different player. But, I mean, Fred's high energy and on his day can be a bit of a nightmare to play against. So you just hope that Fred has one of his better games. I think Fred's only issues when he tries to get the ball with his back to the game off the back four. But I think defensively and energy-wise, I think he can get around the pitch. He can annoy people. He can stop people from playing. A different kind of player to Casemiro. But you've got to rely on other team members. It's got to be a team game against someone as good as Arsenal. You can't just rely on one player. You've got to have the whole team bang at it and up for it, which I'm sure they will be.
Lee, a long way to go. We're halfway, and it's interesting. I was really fascinated with Gary Neville. Gary talking about, City will win it, United will be second. Sort of not dismissing Arsenal, but no. And I'm like, are you sure? I think Arsenal at the moment, with the flair, the youth, the midfield, the way they pass the ball, I just can't discount Arsenal.
No, I don't think you can. I think they're playing unbelievable football, and they look like they've got a really good, strong team spirit and team unit, and that's half the battle. If you've got players that are playing for each other and they're playing for the manager, they've obviously got a head of steam up now. They've built up a lot of confidence. They've come halfway through the season. They're sat top of the league, playing great football, beating everybody. I think you can't rule them out. City are obviously having a little bit of a sticky spell, and United are coming good and getting stronger week by week. So it makes for a great title running, and like we say, it just depends on whether there's enough experience with the manager and a couple of players that have been there. But once you get to that end of season running, that's when the real pressure starts, and every game becomes twice as intense as what it would usually be.
Yeah, well, the pressure, we heard from Conte about his future, doesn't want to talk about it. And I look at West Ham against Everton coming up as well. What a game this is, talking about Moisey going to sleep night before and Frank thinking, crikey, we can't lose this. How do you see this one going?
That's another really tricky. I mean,
cracking,
two huge clubs that you just don't expect to see at that end of the table. I'm sure at the start of the season they would have been looking to, have good seasons and look to get into the European positions. But both managers under pressure, the players under pressure, and a different kind of pressure to the Arsenal-Man U game. So it's a tough one to call. Obviously, neither teams can get any consistency. They're not playing great. You lose a bit of confidence. You lose an early goal, and all of a sudden it's an uphill battle because you're not scoring many. So I'm expecting that to be really, really tight for at least an hour, and then I think there might be. I'm not even sure to call on that one. It's such a tough one to call.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly is a tough one, Lee. Just going back to United quickly, Lee. It's great to see Rashford, isn't it, back in form. He looks like he's got a smile on his face now. He's enjoying his football. And one player who's really stood out for me is Christian Eriksen in that midfield area. What a signing he's been. He's been unbelievable. I mean, even the goal against Crystal Palace the other night, the awareness of who's around you, and the little pass into Fernandes, and he finishes very good. But Christian Eriksen has been a fantastic signing for Manchester United.
Unbelievable story, isn't it? I mean, from where he was to where he's come to, and the brains of the bloke on a football pitch is just incredible. He sees things quickly, he makes things simple, he makes things tick and gets the ball moving into the right areas at the right time. I think he's been an unbelievable signing. His creativity and awareness on the football pitch has been brilliant. And you just hope that someone like him needs to stay fit so that United can. I don't think anybody at the start of the season, truthfully, had United down as title contenders.
No.
And what Erik Ten Hag has done and the difficulties he's dealt with over the season, I think has been unbelievable. And to get them into the position they are now has been incredible.
Lee, just a quick one on Leeds. Jesse March, he's getting the hump as well. He's angry. He said, "What do you mean my players are not playing for me? Have a look at our performances." So again, the pressure's getting to another manager.
Yeah, I think a lot of managers come over here and don't actually. I know they think that the league's intense and it's physical and it's fast paced, but I don't think any manager realises what the media can be like and what the pressures from the fans are like. And he's probably starting to feel it. I watched Leeds I think it was last week. I watched them, and they're absolutely brilliant, and they were unlucky to get beat. I think they'll be fine, Leeds, but they are in a tricky situation.
Well, now Bamford's back, with a bit of luck, he's the leader up there, and he can bang a few goals, and they'll be safe. I'm pretty sure. Lee, are you doing a game of the weekend? Where are you?
No, I'm over in Spain. I'm just practicing. I'm in a golf competition on Monday, 3-day comp, so I've got a weekend practicing, but I will be catching the game somewhere at some point.
Lovely. Oh, party Parlour.
Oh, what are you playing off now, Lee? Lee's a good player.
Scratch.
Oh, scratch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't compete with that.
Yeah. Nah, well, you can do with your dodgy handicap. Lee, great to talk. Thank you. Enjoy over there.
Cheers, Lee.
20 degrees down in Marbella as well. You want to get down there.
I'm looking outside. It looks beautiful outside. It's cold, but love days like this, do you? Love mornings.
Scratch, golfer, brewing, eh?
You was like that once, weren't you? Scratch.
No.
That dodgy bet?
Never.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.